Thank you for staying with us on Daybreak Africa and welcome to the interview segment. Now, with the 2023 election just around the corner, there is a rising tension as up till now the insecurity state of the nation remains in balance. However, the federal government has been setting in a lot of security actions, but up till now, it seems there's still a lot of loopholes and all. However, it is believed that with proper motivation and plans, no mountain can be too high to climb. Therefore, we have a Deputy Commandant Training and Operations of the Peace Corps of Nigeria, Lagos State Command, Commander Ridwan ONITOLO. Thank you for joining us on the show. Good morning, sir.
It's a pleasure. Good morning, everyone.
How are you,
Once
sir?
again, I'm Ridwan ONITOLO, Deputy State Commandant, Training and Operations from the Peace Corps of Nigeria, Lagos State Command.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
Now, could you tell us in a layman way, in a layman means, what the Peace Corps stands for? What is the Peace Corps? Just introduce the Peace Corps.
Thank you very much. The core mandate of the Peace Corps of Nigeria is to develop, provide gainful employment for the youths in order to facilitate peace, volunteerism, community services, nation building, as an act of nation building. So our mission is to connect young people with opportunities to better their life, thereby creating a better society for all. So we are envisioned to keeping the peace. And we do this with the help of our great team of officers and men that are trained and incorporated into the organization, either as permanent staff officers or volunteers. And with the help of the government bodies, other security agencies, other non-government organizations, and the private sectors, so to say.
So
Okay.
before you go on, where do the Peace Corps operate?
Well, basically our efforts, as you must have seen in the society, is to help to curb the menace of societal decadences, all forms of youthful exuberance and a host of them. Particularly, we help in enhancing the education of the Nigerian child and the youthful developments through all our forms of training and manpower and empowerment that we give to our youth to better enhance, our society that we all live in.
Okay, with the topic before us this morning, security education, tackling insecurity in the grassroots, would it be nice if I say insecurity in the country has become a norm and it has affected, many sectors in the country, be it educational sectors, health, economic sectors. Now the question is this: what are your views and how can insecurity be solved in the grassroots?
Well, that's a very big one, a very big one at that. Probably I should give that a topic.
Okay.
To take you home to that, we should start by looking at child education as an art of nation building.
Okay.
The rising state of insecurity in our nation today is on the very high side.
True.
And if care is not taken, it brings a very big crisis to the society that we all live in.
Okay.
So going by the topic and the feedback of child education as an art of nation building, let's say we take a tool from Edwin Markham's theory of nation building, which says, in vain we build a community if we don't first build a man. There is a very logic to that effect, that one way or the other, if we don't first build a man, in vain we build a community. The man is the strength of the nation. So we corroborate this with the kind of youthful, exuberance or youth challenges that we have in our society today that has contributed greatly into the, development of our nation, Nigeria particularly. The rising insecurity in the northern region, for example, the banditry, the terrorism, the kidnapping of our children from schools is a great menace. And who wonders what kind of exposure that are being given to these children once they are kidnapped, and the period that they are with this terrorist, for example. It takes us to more or less, when we are saying that we rescue them, when we rescue them and bring them back to the society, what have they been exposed to is a very big question. So, child terrorism is a great menace, and it has contributed greatly into affecting our society at large. In December 2020, from December 2020 till date, over 1,000 children have been kidnapped in Nigeria. What does that tell us? It is a great problem to our nation as a whole. So if there is anything to go by, we are saying that denying children the right to education is a great problem. Giving access to children to education is as good as closing the doors to our prisons. Let me put it at that for now.
So
okay.
From everything you said, I could pinpoint the fact that the Peace Corps is focusing on education, security education,
Yes.
and education in the grassroots. Now, I remember very well talking about 2013, 2014, or 2012, thereabouts. There used to be Peace Corps in secondary school. Then I was in Ondo State, and I could recall that there were Peace Corps officers in each secondary school, whereby they help to keep the sanity, let me just use the word sanity, of the operations there. Now, do we still have officers being designated to high schools, to carry out operations?
That's a very wonderful one, and it's as good as your question is directed at me, present with you. I'm a very good example of what we call the Peace Club students in the schools that we have in Nigeria. I was particularly a student of Commandant Secondary School, and I was enlisted as far back as 1998 into the Peace Corps of Nigeria. What are we saying is the kind of opportunities that we are being connected with, the kind of training, the kind of atmosphere of out-of-the-class exercises that are being given to us has contributed immensely into what we are today. So part of the primary objective of the Peace Corps of Nigeria is to create what we call Peace Club in our various schools, be it at the primary, post-primary, and the higher institutions of our, education sectors in Nigeria. So in a way, the Peace Club is still very much existing, but like we all know, the body language of our government today to give full establishment, full recognition to the Peace Corps of Nigeria, to becoming the Nigerian Peace Corps, such that we can better, be opportuned to assist the government, to assist all other security agencies in curbing the menace of societal decadencies in our various schools. We contribute greatly into enhancing our security architecture in the country. All we are saying is that if we are given that chance to assist in training the children, in training the youths, in what we call surveillance, intelligence gathering, self-defense training, all of this will help the child. It will nurture them to shy away from, menace of decadencies, illicit drug trafficking, illicit drug, uses, and all other forms of abuses that is exposed to our children that we have today. So children, in a way, they are better guided, they are better enhanced in their own capacity to defend themselves from crimes, to defend themselves from all other forms of situations or challenges that come across them. Even the natural, economic crisis that have been exposed to us in the society that we have is a big challenge. But that kind of reservations, that kind of endurance, of, training that we have been exposed to tells us that there is still, a light at the end of every storm. So we are better handed that we wait when there are crises. There are still time that we're going to enjoy. So definitely in this regard, if we train our child from the school encatchment program that we call the Peace Club, it will better enhance our society, because in that regard, we are building the children from the very grassroots.
Okay, now we could see that you have a lot of good plans for the children. So my question is this: how do you intend to achieve this? Is there a way for a source, fundraising? Are you soliciting for help from the government, or how do you intend to?
There is no doubt about that. That even as we speak today now, our bill is there with the federal government of this country, the two houses, the House of Representatives and the House of Assembly. In the last regime of our President Muhammadu Buhari, the Peace Corps bill was, resigned for one or two reasons best known, and thereby the bill has been recalled in this particular period that we have now, this regime that we have. So the bill is there; it has been called back. It has been given different, views and new objectives that will better enhance and then bring more, support to the youths, thereby helping our society at large. So we are saying that the government should go ahead and give this bill that proper recognition that it so needs. Because of course, this will contribute greatly to employment opportunities, job opportunities, empowerment opportunities. Even the private sectors are very much looking forward to assisting the Peace Corps. But there's this body language of, are you recognized or this or not? Of course, we are fully incorporated with the government of the day. There's no doubt about it. Even just recently, the Lagos State Command of the Peace Corps gained recognition through the Lagos State Ministry of Youth and Social Development. We have just been given that statutory backing just recently. I tell you that. So we are saying that the government as a whole, the other non-government organization as a whole, all other security agencies as a whole, they need to all come together, because this is our nation. This is our country. We don't have any other place that we call home. I'm a youth of this nation. We have numbers of great graduates, even non-graduate that are in our rank and files that we have been trained, that are looking forward to the government giving that statutory backup for Peace Corps of Nigeria to better become part of the security architecture of the country. So we are thereby pleading with the government of the day to go ahead and sign the bill into law. That will give us that go ahead to better be equipped with the kind of opportunities that will make us to assist. Then the funding aspect, of course, what have we been living by today? Perchance through our various renewal of our Form 15, that's our ID cards annually, through subventions from other agencies that are assisting us. But today, if the government gives the statutory backup, there's no gainsaying the fact that it will be better enhanced. Even the international bodies are very much looking forward to calling Peace Corps of Nigeria into services.
So if your demand are met, do you think that this will reduce crime rates in the country?
There's no doubt about that. Imagine the numbers of youths that we have in Peace Corps today, in Peace Corps of Nigeria, that have already shunned crimes, that have already looked away from decadencies, from illicit activities that will destroy our nation. Imagine that numbers. We have over 300,000, fully incorporated, enlisted youths in Nigeria as a whole. In Lagos State, as fashion as it is, we have our commanders representing the state command in all the 57 the 20 local governments and the other 37 local council development areas. And we have officers well trained. We have volunteers well ready to be incorporated to have one or two services that they can assist. So there's no gainsaying that fact that, when we have that full autonomous, of course, we will assist the other security agencies in curbing crimes through society, through what we call community services, through neighborhood watch, through our officers guiding the various institutions, be it the primary schools or the secondary schools or the higher institutions of our great nation, be it at the private sectors or at the public sectors.
Will this cut across to those, we have so many prisoners out there who have been, released and they're, wandering about. They have nothing to do. Even some who are from a juvenile home, I think. Will this cut across to them too?
The juvenile delinquencies, the juvenile delinquencies that we experience today, we will wonder, the prison itself is being, quote as the correctional facility, isn't it? So if someone has been into crime, there should be a chance for hearing, isn't it? Yes. When there's a chance for hearing and this person has been prosecuted, and in a way, there should be a motive for bringing that person back into normalcy. So the Peace Corps, of course, is assisting even our correctional, agencies, sectors in, bringing back whoever has done, maybe some minor crimes are there. I can take you to, history of our national commandant in person of Professor Dixon Akko, just recently freeing some inmates in the Federal Capital Territory, one of the prisons in Federal Capital Territory. Those ones that are with minor crimes, they can be equipped, they can be trained and bring back to the society to assist in, community watch. They can become watchdog to the same crime that they have committed once, because they have been asked to face the law, which they have done, but we cannot condemn them. There's say, perchance for them to come back. If they see people like us, well equipped, being in uniform is a pride.
Yes, definitely.
It's a joy. There's no gainsaying that fact. And, we are a good representative of our society, not just before our local communities, but even, in fact, in the international communities.
Understanding that the objective of the Peace Corps is to tackle insecurity education, provide employment. Now, we know that if you're going to tackle any problem, you go to the grassroots. You pick it from the board. Now, what is your advice to our grassroots viewers? Maybe to a school child or to a mother or father. What is your advice?
Well, I would like to take that from the current atmosphere of what we have in our economic, situation today. There's no gainsaying that fact that we are very, very challenged. We are very highly challenged. The rise in, fuel prices, the rise in food and agricultural produces, and all other forms. So you look at the transportation system in our society, but there is need for perseverance. We can still have a great nation again. We can still have a great Nigeria again. So with our own experiences in, perseverance, in endurance, I would like to advise our youths to persevere. We should say in a way too, that to better the society is a call for everyone. It's a call for all our mothers, it's a call for all our fathers, it's a call for all our government agencies, is a call for all our societal agencies, such that we need to come together, continue to formulate policies, continue to formulate programs and initiatives that will help enhance our own society. Like I said earlier, this is the only country we call home. Even if I go abroad today, even if I go to anywhere in other countries of the world, I will still look back and say Nigeria is my home. So no doubt, we need to, first of all, take care of our home. Look at a man that leaves his home without, laying his bed properly, taking care of his kitchen properly, giving himself a good atmosphere of the home. By the time he comes back from wherever he goes to, what happens? He comes to meet that dirty homes. So there's nowhere we all go. This is the only place we can call home. So there's need for us to develop this nation together.
There you have it, our dear listeners and our dear viewers. Our Deputy Commander has nailed it out. Nigeria is ours. Nigeria is our country. We only have one Nigeria. We can only come on together to make the country better. Now, thank you very much for coming, Deputy Commander Ridwan Onitolo. We really appreciate you for coming. We sincerely appreciate you.
It's really my pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Amen.
Now we shall go on a short musical break, and when we come back, Daybreak Africa continues. Please stay with us.